they can get there unless they stub their toe today, and Florida Gulf Coast and Lipscomb do not. There's the soccer ball waiting for the kickoff. Your referee today is Laura Schneider. The assistant referees are Alex EKU and Billy Yaden. Liberty in the road white with red and blue trim. Eastern Kentucky in the maroon and black kits with black socks. In goal for Eastern Kentucky in the powder blue is Carly Dean, and in the all red is Ainsley Leah, the goalie for Liberty. And soccer underway on the regular season finale for the Flames and Colonels on a windy 64-degree day. Feels like 61, low humidity. Winds out of the south at 7 miles an hour and gusting above 10. In other words, a perfect fall day in the Bluegrass State. Eastern Kentucky will come right to left and try to build something right out of the gate here to Thea Lopez. Lopez tried to thread the needle through to Lemery, but good defense there for Lena James to get her foot on it. EKU retains possession, now Lemery. Lemery sneaks it through and gets it back on the run outside the box left. Cross shot headed away. Header by Lena James to play defense. Again, Liberty coming in without a loss since way back on September 11th when they lost to Pittsburgh 3-2. Nationally ranked Penn State beat them 2-1, and they lost to North Carolina Greensboro by a 1-0 count. That's it as far as losses. They have had ties against Appalachian State and the aforementioned 2 against A-Sun teams, 1-1 against Stetson, and last game out, 0-0 against North Florida. They could have locked things up last game out for all intents and purposes if they were able to get a win against North Florida. Could not get the job done. Eastern Kentucky, meanwhile, needed a win after losing to Kennesaw State. It was a 2-minute flurry of goals, 2 of them by KSU, late in the first half that got the win after EKU had dominated the first 45. Collision there, as it looked like Eastern Kentucky's Reen got to it first. She was bodied away by Meredith King. 8.5 fouls per match for Liberty's opponents. Same thing for Liberty. Eastern Kentucky comes in more fouls per game, 12. Their opponent's 10.5. It'll be a goal kick for Carly Dean out of Sydney, Ohio. She was born on September 11th, 2001. We said it was that date this year that Liberty did. Soccer ball went under our tower where one of our up cameras is, so a fan had to get it, rendering the ball boys useless. Be a throw for Liberty, and they'll do it with 3-year starter Virginia Beach. Virginia, she gets it back. Spade working right side. Leaving it off for King as we're just underway in Richmond. Across the goal mouth, headed across the face of the goal for an EKU goal kick. Liberty arrives here number 1 in shots in the A-Sun with 290 on the season, 17 a game, while allowing their opponent under 8 shots and just 3.5 on goal. Liberty's shot on goal percentage at .486, good. Over 8 shots on frame a game. So Carly Dean, if that holds, will be tested today. Burdick tracking, getting help defensively from Ransom, who is now on for Eastern Kentucky. We were told Ransom would not start. She has been put in last minute as a starter today. So a change there from what we were given about 30 minutes before the match started. So put in Maya Ransom for her 12th start of the year, rather than Allie Kirk, who has started 5 times. Top of the box, Ream with the header. That is Fitzgerald. Good battle there, and possession won by Rachel DeRuby. Tied for team leadership with 5 goals. Now Lander, heart and soul of the back line for EKU, the veteran. the graduate student out of Lexington, Kentucky. Her dad and brother both played basketball at the University of Kentucky. Her sister played a year of college soccer, I believe Southern Miss, if my memory serves me right. Long down the near line by Ernst, but Eastern Kentucky's defense by Lanter, and it'll be a goal kick. Lanter just shielding off her number made in white in Hallie Engel, the freshman from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. You can hear every so often the wind of 7 miles an hour gusting into double figures here and blowing towards the Eastern Kentucky goal, where the young lady in powder blue, Carly Dean, will put her right foot into it. Get her 5th game of the year in frame, her 4th start after she replaces Seedlock. Matt Kozanuk telling me, the head coach of EKU, before the game, he said no major reason for it except just a gut feeling. Go with the goalie who he thought had the most confidence at that point. Seedlock was here's a move near the box. Nice dribbling left side. Top of the box, trying to turn and find. Deflected by a Colonel and taken out of there by Ream. Liberty had something building. Burkett crossed the left side of the box. Chasing it down is Spade. And Eastern Kentucky repels. But back to the Kozanuk thought for a moment. He said, I wanted the goalie with the most confidence at that point. They replaced Seedlock after Florida Gulf Coast exploded on EKU, and it wasn't all on Seedlock at all. Sometimes her defense behind her. But she gave up a season-high 5 goals, and Dean came on for the last 20 or so minutes, and they stuck with Carly Dean. In the 7th minute, no score. Liberty again, 7 wins, no losses, 2 ties at ASUN play. 11-3-3 overall. EKU beat Liberty October 29th of last year in Nashville on the Lipscomb campus in the ASUN quarterfinals in an upset. EKU trying to counter. Running onto it out left near side Fitzgerald with speed. 2 Liberty Flames knock her out. For an EKU throw, or is it going to be a Liberty throw? Going to be a Liberty throw. Good defense there. One of the 2 back gets the ball in, and King. Onto it to Ruby. Ream saying that's ours, that's ours. And, well, the assistant referee disagrees, says Alex Kalaniku. Here is to Ruby. Little punch forward. Trying to stay on sides and doing so, but disrupted by Ransom is Grace Spade. Ream lost it out on the sidelines, and it'll be a throw for the Flames. Liberty coached by Lang Wiedemeyer in his 6th year. 54, 31, and 14. Graduate of Old Dominion back in 1994. Should be a foul there, and it will be given. Foul on Sadie Holland. She's had 1 yellow card on the year. She's out of Waverly, Tennessee, transfer from Ole Miss. Nine-match undefeated streak for Liberty. 2 of them were ties. Eastern Kentucky splitting their road trip to Georgia and Alabama last week. Liberty entering at 2 goals a game. EKU at 1.3. Liberty giving up under 2/3 a goal a game on average. Nice defense using the chest to bring it down. King. Backline Ernst. Here is King out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, Ocean Lakes High School. Same high school as Grace Spade, who wears number 10 today for the Flames. This is Ream. Ream to the box, left side, lost it, down she goes. Tried to sell it. The referee says no, play on. I think that was the right call. Good decision there by Laura Snyder. Now the Flames try to counter. Far channel, Spade. EKU's Burdick back and tracking this one. And she'll foot it near the EKU sidelines for a throw as it glanced off a Flame. 2 shots so far, both by Liberty. None of them have been on goal. Again, they have the most shots, 292 running count, and a run here and into the midst of the waiting, into the gloves of Carly Dean. Good look at Carly there, the junior, out of Sydney, Ohio. Played her junior and senior years down in Florida at IMG Academy. Started her career at Louisiana way back in 2015, 0-2 then. Should say in 2020. Dina Jr. We've played 10 minutes, no score. This is Anderson wearing 7 in the black and maroon kit, the stripe kits, the home kit, in front of the Liberty technical area across the way there. With the throw. Three shots so far by Liberty. None by Eastern Kentucky. Just inside the halfway line, Burdick trying to connect to Ream. It'll be a Liberty throw. Coming over to the near sidelines to do it, Rebecca Ernst out of Reading, Pennsylvania. 1 goal in her career way back in 2019 against William and Mary. As we said at the top of the broadcast, Eastern Kentucky has already locked up a winning season, what with 1 regular season game and then the tournament to go. They're 8-5-2. Last time they had a winning season, 2018. Well, actually, 2017. They were 500 at 18. EKU fell 1 game below 500 last year, 9-10. But the last winning season 5 years ago, 11-5-4 until this season. Matt Kozanuk says he has this program heading in the right direction, pleased with where they are, as they have moved up from the Ohio Valley to a much tougher soccer conference in the A-Sun. Packed for the time being with 14 teams. Of course, Jacksonville State and Team EKU is facing today Liberty, packing their conference portal bags and heading to Conference USA next year. They'll play another team from the state of Kentucky in that league in Western Kentucky. Longtime rival of Eastern Kentucky when they were in the Ohio Valley Conference. Burdick collides with a Flame, but there to save the day was Lanner with the toe at the top of the 18. But running onto it and trying to get a run going, a sliding hit of the ball by Herman. It'll be a goal kick for Eastern Kentucky. Officially on the stat box, they've only got 2 shots for Liberty and none for Eastern Kentucky. Not sure if it's updating or not here, because our play-by-play hadn't indicated anything since 7:56, but our running clock's still right, so not sure if the shot totals are correct or not, but King having to be checked by the physio as she will come out and they'll make a substitution. And it will be Hansford. So, yes, we are updating here. They just didn't rule that last shot a shot. First corner of the day will come to the Flames here. They average almost 6 corner kicks a game, number 1 in the A-Sun. And they are going to give it to Grace Spade. Or no, it's going to be somebody else coming out of the right corner. In swinger, through traffic, knocked down by Lanner. Great defense. And Lanner knocks down a Flame, no whistle. Now to Lemery trying to counter. She's got up ahead. Fitzgerald stays onside to Lemery. On the run, pokes it through. Eastern Kentucky a building chance here for Spivey, but back great defense for the Flames. Tremendous hustle to shut down a Colonel break was Rachel DeRuby, and she saved a potential goal there. Great defense by the midfielder from Oneida, New York. 15th minute, no score. And after the corner taken by Liberty, will come the other way for Eastern Kentucky. And the redhead, Greta Gunn out of Westchester, Ohio, the 5'6" sophomore. Well, they're going to rule it the other way. It'll be a goal kick instead. Eastern Kentucky and Liberty have both lined up for a corner kick, but instead they say we're coming the other way. And the goal kick for Ainsley Alea. She got great defense there by DeRuby to stop a potential Colonel breakaway in the 15th minute. Ream tried to snake it through, and it was knocked down by Holland. Three shots so far for Liberty, none for Eastern Kentucky. Again, King went to the bench to be checked by the athletics trainer. And on for her was Hansford. Allison Hansford, Athens, Tennessee, McMinn County High School. Left side of the box, good defense by Ransom. And it will be the second corner there. It'll just be a throw for Liberty here. Throw coming in from Ivy Gardner, the 5'9" freshman, Hillsborough, North Carolina. Now they're going to switch it up. Bring it in, headed along by Holland, and Dean scoops. Clock hits 16 minutes exactly on the scoreboard. 0-0. Lemery tried to bring it down and gives up her body to do it, trying to get it to Gunn. She wanted a foul, no whistle came. They're going to go the other way and give the free kick to Liberty. And quickly doing it is Lena James out of Brownsburg, Indiana, just up over the Ohio River from the state of Kentucky. I believe Jeff Gordon, the great sprint car driver and then NASCAR driver, used to live in the Brownsburg area, just south of Indianapolis. We talk about well-known people on campus here in Richmond at EKU last night. Comedian Jerry Seinfeld packed the Arts Center. This will be an EKU throw at the end of their technical area. EKU going goal left. Defending is Ainsley Leah. She's way out of goal now. Well past the 18-yard box. Of course, she'll retreat if EKU can make a charge, and they cannot. Poking it through is DeRuby. Chance running on, but Lanter coming to defend, allowing Dean to scoop it and then send it out to Lanter to try to counter. To Lemery, got the top of the foot on it. Slides a pass towards Fitzgerald, but the good defense by Holland and James. Lemery again. Top goal scorer for EKU, second in the A-Sun at 7. Liberty comes in with a pair of players with 5. DeRuby, number 22, who's on it now. DeRuby, tracked by Ransom, will send it out at the end of the EKU sidelines for an EKU throw. Clock hits 18 minutes. We head into the 19th minute scoreless. Liberty 4 shots, that last one on goal. EKU officially no shots. They had a great counter going in the 15th minute before DeRuby broke it up in the last minute and saved pressure on Leah, the keeper. Eastern Kentucky 1.3 goals a game, 19 goals, 6th in the A-Sun. Liberty with 34. Top in the A-Sun, 2 a game, 2 a match. At the halfway line, Rowlett, one of those freshmen in what was a good recruiting class for Matt Kozanuk. Colonels lost their top player, the ASUN Rookie of the Year, Nerea De Diego, the Spaniard. And it came early in the season to an ACL. They've also lost one of their other good stars in Emma Spivey, a freshman, to an ACL as well. Foul given against Liberty, kick for Eastern Kentucky. And it will be Burdick directing traffic before she does so. Mackenzie Burdick, junior out of Anderson High School in Cincinnati. Tried to get it to Gunn, now Fitzgerald in the center circle. Lanner, tracked by her number mate in Engel. So Hallie Engel off the bench to join Hansford, who came on as well. Lanner gets back, uses the head, couldn't get it. Dean has to come out and snuffed it out right before Engel could get there and try to slot it in. We stay 0-0, 20 minutes of 90 in. We will go away from tie games, no play beyond 90 when we get to the ASUN tournament. Liberty wins today. They wrap up the host spot all the way through the tournament. If they keep winning, they'll stay on their home pitch in Lynchburg. But they got to win today. They got two teams right behind them in the standings. Point behind Lipscomb and Florida Gulf Coast. While Liberty is 7-0-2, those two teams are 7-1-1. Eastern Kentucky in a three-way tie coming into the regular season weekend finales with 14 points. So they'll be a 4, 5, or 6 seed in all likelihood. And we know 6 teams are in the tournament, with 5 more teams still in contention for the last 2 spots. Just 2 of the final 7 games are today. We'll have games later in the weekend as well. It's a doubleheader for our ESPN crew here on the Eastern Kentucky campus today, as volleyball will have a 6 o'clock match against the Knights of Bellarmine. Well, that was a nice back heel setup, but that one sails high over the bar. That was a nice little flick backwards on the back pass. But Liberty unable to put it on frame. That was Burkett that had the shot. We have 2 or 3 new Liberty players on. We'll get the update for you when we get a chance. Ava Goodman comes in for Engel. Myers in for Spade. And Marr in for Burkett. Eastern Kentucky yet to make a substitution. Matt Kozanuk will play 11 off the bench, but waiting a little longer here. Eastern Kentucky's Rowlett out on the left channel. She goes to Ream. Lucy Ream working her way through a double team. Lemery sends it high to the blue sky in Central Kentucky. Falls to the feet of Marr, who's come on, the junior wearing 8 out of Durham, North Carolina. This is Marr. Tried to connect with another new player in, Ava Goodman, out of Pottsville, Pennsylvania, wearing 12, could not do it. In the distance, the incessant car alarm horn of one car in a parking lot here on the campus in Richmond, Kentucky. 23 minutes played, no score. 5 shots, 1 on goal for the Flames. They've now had 295 shots in the season, tops in the ASUN. That would leach wildly long and right for an EKU goal kick. Eastern Kentucky entered with 14 shots a game, but not given one yet there. That last shot by Goodman, way out to the right and long. Carly Dean with a record of 2-1 on the year. Her 4th start had 7 saves against Stetson. It's her season high. Nice little poke there by Lemery, but defensively, Herman to the task. Hurdle goes down Lemery hard as she collided with Holland. And now Liberty's Hansford is the first to come on for the injured Engel. Ream got away with a little jersey tuck there. Tugged it a little bit. Nice move in the box. Burdick wins the battle as she and Marr were in a tussle. Did just enough without doing too much. '25th minute. 6 shots for Liberty. Another chance for the Flames building here. But the cross and nobody home. EKU throw. The referee today is Laura Snyder, Billy Aiden, and Alex Kalaniku are the assistant referees. That was Hansford. Trying to run it down is Marr, both off the bench here in the first half for head coach Lang Wiedemeyer. Lanter's been solid back line so far today. But another test coming here as Liberty tries to build something. Deflected away as they dispossess Bree Myers, sophomore from Troutville, Virginia. Liberty stays in their half. Ransom trying to run but can't get to it first, but it goes over the line for an EKU goal kick. Sunny, 64 degrees in Richmond here. Winds out of the south at 7 miles an hour. Eastern Kentucky already locked in for its first winning season in 5 years. Last time they did that, 2017, they were 11-5-4, most wins the year before when they won 13 of the 19 they played under then head coach Nick Flory, who's now an assistant at Auburn. Lang Wiedemeyer in his 6th year, 23rd year as a head coach after 19 years. Make it 17 years at South Dakota State, where he was 161, 123, and 35. That'll be a throw for Liberty as the battle was won for possession by Lauren Landry, who's come on. Marr, Goodman, Myers, Hansford, and Landry. Now Eastern Kentucky making substitutions. Tatiana Jones, one of them. And we'll pick up the rest as we can. Field level across from where the technical areas are. Throw towards the box, headed away by Ransom. Ransom, the Cleveland State transfer. And it will be a corner for the Flames. Their second corner of the day. They average a conference high 5.7. And it will be quickly poked in by Bryony Herman. Now top of the box and defensive play taken away by Lanter. Lanter on the run. She gets by the defender in Myers. She's still going. Trying to tee it up. Puts the brakes on. Tried to send it out to an oncoming teammate in Payne. Disrupted in the passing lane. Impressive run there by Lanter on her last game on her home pitch. The 5th-year senior, now a graduate. Played at Paul Lawrence Dunbar up in nearby Lexington. As we reach the 28-minute mark, scoreless. 1 of 2 regular season finales in the 14-team A-Sun today. The other one being played today, Jacksonville State Lipscomb tonight. Down in Nashville. Tomorrow, Austin P at Queens, Bellarmine at North Florida, Jacksonville at UNA, UCA at Florida Gulf Coast, and Stetson at Kennesaw State. Teams that are mathematically eliminated from the 8-team tournament are Bellarmine, Austin P, and Jacksonville State. Playing for just pride right now. Chance here for Goodman. Goodman, nice footwork. Chance, and off the bar. Oh, man, what a chance for Goodman. And it goes bad. Hit the post, it appeared to me. Now, wait, what are they going to rule here? Head referee talking to one of the assistants. They're going to give a corner. Much to the chagrin of the Eastern Kentucky crowd to my right. And like she did the first two quarters, Bridie Herman to do it. Sent it towards the box the first time. Little chip in second time. Let's see what Herman, a 5'8 senior from Columbus, Ohio, the transfer from Tennessee, does with the left foot. It's an in-swinger, and Dean tried to stop it and couldn't. A corner kick goal. We'll see who they give it to. And Liberty opens the scoring account and now have the advantage for home team advantage throughout the ASUN tournament. They get 3 today, and they'll never leave Lynchburg unless they get to the NCAA tournament the rest of this soccer season. Scramble in the box, and the beautiful corner kick from the near side by Bridie Herman to give her her 7th assist of the year. And right now it's listed as a team goal as they try to sort it out across the way. It came at 29-29 on the clock. In the 30th minute, Herman with the assist. And Goodman will be given the goal. So Eastern Kentucky thought it was going to be a goal kick. Controversial call by the referee to make it a corner. And when it was given a corner, Bridie Herman with a beautiful in-swinger just in front of the goal line. And Goodman gets her 2nd goal of the year. Her other goal came against North Alabama out of Pottsville, Pennsylvania. 1-0 Liberty. Eastern Kentucky unable to defend the corner kick. They've not officially given an assist to Herman after that ball banged around a bit. But it wouldn't have happened, Goodman's goal, if it weren't for a beautiful delivery from the right side corner kick spot by Bridie Herman. And you got to feel good if you're the Flames. You've now outscored in 10 games inside ASUN play your opponents 21-3. In other words, you're in pretty good shape because you have a shutdown defense that's allowed only 11 goals this year and just 3 of them in ASUN play. But we have 2/3 of the match left. Mila Sharpless, one of the new players on for EKU, and she is a corner kick taker, and this is the first of the day for Eastern Kentucky. EKU tried to get up and get ahead on it, but a punch away by Leah, the keeper. Ainsley Leah, Rockford, Michigan, does the job. 3-time national training invitee. She was on that Midwest United Football Club player from 2017 to 2020, and coming in, giving up about 2/3 of a goal per game. Tremendous year in goal for Ainsley Leah. Randy Palacios had 2 saves. That's all she had to make against EKU last year in the quarterfinal ASUN tournament upset by EKU 1-0 over Liberty. Palacios giving up the game winner by Eastern Kentucky's Maddie Lemery at 86:49 on the clock, near the end of regular time. 33rd minute, and the Goodman goal, her 2nd of the year, and Liberty's ASUN leading 35th, stakes the Flames to a 1-0 lead and 1 step closer to being the top seed in the tournament that begins 6 days from now. Good chance, the way things are setting up, if EKU's the 4 seed or the 5 seed, let's say this lead or more holds, that they could face Liberty again. If they're the 4 or 5 seed, they would play in Lynchburg. If this holds, this is just all hypothetical. And if you win that 4 or 5 seed game, you then would play the 1 seed if they survive against the 8 seed, because the 1 seed and the 2 seed host the quarterfinal round and the semifinal round. At least that's the way I read the bracket. I tried to read the baseball and basketball brackets last year and was confused by both, so don't totally trust the broadcaster on that, but that's the way I read it. 1-0 Liberty. Again, Goodman the goal. They've had 8 shots. 3 have been on goal. And they have now given, as we had said earlier, on the corner kick, an assist to Bridie Herman. She's now all alone in ASUN play at 7 assists. She had come in tied for the most assists. This is the first game on the last weekend of the regular season to go. .35th minute here of play, and the wind blustering up. And it's going to be a free kick from about 30 yards out for Sharpless. Took a corner that was headed away by Leah. Chance to equalize here for Mila Sharpless out of Freedom Area High School in Pittsburgh. Sharpless with the right foot. High over the frame. Tried to get that thing to drop off the shelf, couldn't. 35 minutes played. The Goodman goal, the difference. The freshman getting her 2nd goal of the year. She had 36 goals in her high school career for Pottsville Area High School. Running on to the pitch is Alexis Salazar, the junior from Troy, Ohio. 4-year starter in high school. Played for Ohio Elite in club soccer. She'll wear number 23. And a goal kick coming here for Ainsley Leah. Boy, Bridie Herman, the star so far with that corner kick that set up the scramble in front of the goal mouth. And Goodman put it in. Eastern Kentucky had a great run there with the drive towards their goal, never able to get a shot off because of tremendous defense in that 15th minute on an EKU counter breakaway by Rachel DeRuby. So the Flames have made the big play so far today, and they've outshot Eastern Kentucky 8-1, 3-0 on goal. How demoralizing is that for Eastern Kentucky? Matt Kozanuk will say, you know, we're playing with house money today in the tournament. Not really, seeding won't really impact much. If you're a 4 or 5 seed, you'll go to play an opening round game against another team. And then if you won and the number 1 seed won, you'd play them. But if you drop to 6 or 7, if you drop to 6, you're going to go, or 7, and you're not, I don't think you could do that to 6. Then you would go to the team that's number 2. And that is still to be determined. Lipscomb and Florida Gulf Coast sit at 7 apiece. Lipscomb won the tournament last year, knocked EKU out in the semifinal round after EKU upset Liberty in the quarterfinal round. As you can hear, the wind has really picked up here. 38th minute. Under 8 minutes left in half number 1. Tatiana Jones has come on for Eastern Kentucky along with Sharpless, as we told you. The other 2 new players in for EKU are Maddie Murphy and Peyton Payne. Murphy is a freshman, true freshman. So is Payne. Rallett, a true freshman, started today. And again, was starting. Emma Spivey, 4 of 9 games before she went out with an ACL. So Matt Kozanuk has a young team, has some veterans like Lanter and Anderson and Kirk he's going to have to replace. But he feels like as he has built his program, it is advancing. It is fourth year as a head coach, 25-32-5, and has got EKU to a winning season. That's guaranteed for the first time in 5 years. Goal kick here for Dean. Dean giving up her third goal of the year. She's had 2 shutouts. Her 5th game, her 4th start. So the keeper of record today came on after EKU Seedlock and team gave up 5 goals to Florida Gulf Coast. That's when the goalie change was made. There's Jelvier, who's given a goal kick to Eastern Kentucky as Jelvier was battling Salazar. Lydia Jelvier, a junior, wore number 16 last year, wears 10 on her kit this year. Her brother Gregory Trey Jelvier in the developmental squad for FC Cincinnati. Well, they had a big win in the playoffs before the Philadelphia Union knocked them out last night, 1-0 in MSL play. Boy, if you saw that game between the 2 LA squads last night, what a game it was out of Los Angeles. Anybody wants to knock on the MLS, watch that game and you may change your mind. Here's Jelvier. Jelvier retreats it to Lanter. Lanter's going to send it back to Dean, who's going to send it right back to Jelvier and misfires over her head. Quick throw coming for Salazar. Now Jelvier knocked down by Slovak, who's come in. Annie Slovak out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And on the run, Slovak to the box. Lanter impedes her drive. Slovak still working. Across the goal mouth, nobody home for either team. Now it falls to the foot of Goodman, who has the goal today. Came back in the 30th minute. Lanter takes a chance with a tackle there and stops DeRuby. It looked like she was going to get open back at the half line to the foot of James. 5 minutes left in half one. Liberty scored at 29-29. Ava Goodman on a corner kick assist by Bridie Herman. They got right to the front of the goal mouth, left side, and in a scramble, Goodman was able to poke it in for her second goal of the year. 13 different players have combined for the conference leading 35 goals by the Flames. And again, it was 40 days ago since they last detected defeat. And it came to Pittsburgh 3-2 back on September 11th. Their other losses to nationally ranked Penn State 2-1 and UNC Greensboro 1-0. Ties to Appalachian State to open the season, Stetson 1-1. And like Appalachian State to North Florida, 0-0. That came last game out. So Liberty had been a game and a third without a point. Murphy tried to get loose, pokes it through to Jelvier, but there first for the good defensive sliding tackle. Door-shutting move by Alina James. Again, they lost Meredith King, early to an injury. She went to the sidelines, have not seen her return. If she has, I just missed it. Glancing out there, do not see her on the pitch. 7 players off both benches here in the first half. So we've seen 18 young ladies on the pitch today. Leia in goal for Liberty, Dean for Eastern Kentucky. This is the spot in the game down in Kennesaw where EKU had been dominating for the first 43 minutes. And Kennesaw got 2 quick goals on EKU. Meanwhile, had 10 shots on goal at Eastern Kentucky, but the goalkeeper for the Owls shut the door over and over. There's Allie Kirk, who's on for EKU. Kirk, a 3-year starter, but started just 5 of 16 games this year. Now here's a starter, DeRuby. Had a big defensive play early in the 15th minute when EKU was on a breakaway run. Appeared like they were going to have a clean shot at an open goal. Kirk bumped down there, foul on Slovak. Slovak with the foul. 1 goal, 3 on goal, 9 shots for Liberty, 1 shot for Eastern Kentucky. They had 1 shot in the loss, 4-0 to Kentucky in the non-conference up in Lexington. Had their chances today, but just haven't been able to get that last pass to get something open. This is Peyton Payne, the freshman. Payne on a run with the left foot, dribbling. Poking it out to Gelvier. Gelvier returns it out high to Rowlett. Gelvier muscled away with a good foot by Salazar and an EKU corner. So now both teams with 3 corners so far in the game. It'll be Sharpless again with the try. With 1:20 left in the first 45. The difference, Goodman's goal at 29:29 on the clock. Sharpless with a screamer across the box, headed away. Gelvier got it back from her teammate Rowlett. They'll try to recycle here. Sharpless. Always tell her with the pink headband on. Sends it in, top of the box. Brought out by Bree Myers, the sophomore. But Murphy winning the battle? No, they say. Well, he fouled on Murphy as she tussled with Herman. Last 35 seconds of the first 45, and Liberty heading to the locker room with a 1-goal lead on Ava Goodman's goal in front of the goal mouth left on a beautiful corner kick by Bridie Herman. They've only given up 3 goals in 9.5 ASUN games, so the chances for EKU are slim percentage-wise. That's why we play it. We'll have another 45 for you here after our 15-minute halftime. Got 4 seconds to do something, and time will trickle to zeros. Through the first 45, Liberty 45 minutes away from locking up the #1 seed in the ASUN and going undefeated in the regular season. They lead 1-0 on E.